Spanish Empire existed in 1402. It was a Renaissance time period. How did it begin? Spanish Empire began when the small Christian groups north of the mountains on the north coast of Spain began to recover the country from attacking Muslims. Gradually, they extended the area they controlled further south, combining into three main kingdoms: Portugal, Castile, and Aragon, plus the mainly Basque Navarra. This process ended in 1492 with the defeat of the last Muslim kingdom. Aragon ruled parts of Italy, Sardinia, and the Balearic Islands. This was also the date when Spain's outside Europe began. Beginning with the 1492 arrival of Christopher Columbus, the Spanish Empire expanded for 4 centuries across Central America, the Caribbean islands, Mexico, and much of the rest of North America. The empire also claimed territories in the present-day British Columbia, the states of Alaska, Washington, and Oregon, and the western half of South America. Overseas growth under the Spanish Empire was started by the Spanish conquistadors, developed by the Kingdom of Spain through its managers and missionaries. The inspiration for forging growth were trade and spread of Christian confidence through native changes. Philip III of Spain was the King of Spain and Portugal as Philip III. He ruled in Spain until his death and in Portugal until 1640. Philip is known for his support of the art, including such artists as Diogo Vespucci, and his rule over Spain during the challenging period of war. On the eve of his death, 1665, the Spanish Empire had reached 12.2 million square kilometers in area. He did not bring back a great deal, but gave Spain a huge empire which was rich in everything you can imagine. But when Ferdinand and Isabella gave their support to Columbus to go and find a way to the Indies, they completed the Reconquista, the defeat of the Islamic Moors in Spain that created the modern country of Spain and allowed for Spain growth into the New World. Ferdinand and Isabella did the definition as king and a queen of Spain in the late 15th and the early 16th century. They united their country and supported the explorations of a new world by Christopher Columbus, one of the leaders of the conquistadors who created the Spanish Empire in the Americas. Hernan Cortes was a Spanish conquistador who led a voyage that caused the fall of the Aztec Empire and brought a large portion of mainland Mexico under the rule of the King Castile in the early 16th century. Cortes was a part of the generation of Spanish colonizers that began the first phase of Spanish colonization of the Americas. 1519, he was elected captain of the third expedition in the mainland, an expedition which he partly funded. What is an empire? An empire is a large army with money that would help them, and well-organized administration, stable leadership, strong military, and a content native population. There have been many empires in the world history, and an empire is a large collection of nation people and ruled by a leading group, which through economic strength and military power. We can say that an empire is like a state, only with one more layer of government. An empire is generally made of a lot of states joined together. The usual pattern of an empire is that one state, for whatever reason, becomes stronger than its neighbor and conquers them, creating an empire. The more it conquers, the stronger it gets, so it conquers more and more of its neighbors. Why is Spanish Empire considered an empire? Spanish Empire was one of the most known empires. They started from a small group. As they conquered land, they got bigger and bigger. They always traded into for better, so they have supplies. And because they fight, they get their lands. They have a king and a queen to be a leader. I think we can say it's an empire. Spain had a sure impact on the global stage. Firstly, the Spaniards destroyed the Islamic threat in Western Europe through the Reconquista in 1492. The same year, Christopher Columbus discovered the American continent in the name of Spain. This discovery led to new goods that became available to Europe through Spain: potatoes, tomatoes, chocolate, tobacco, spice, and a lot of gold and silver. On another note, Spain also ended the Ottoman control in the Mediterranean at a Battle of Lepanto. Spain also had the first nation to circumnavigate the world. Spain created the first seed crop by Charles I of Spain. Spain minted USA first dollar. The USA dollar was minted as silver. The symbol also comes from Spain. Spain was the first modern nation that its military was separated from the police. The charter gave rights to the native people of America. Spain brought the first horse to the Americas. Spain planted the first olive groves in the vineyards in America. The Spanish language is one of the most spoken languages in the world, with 350 million native speakers worldwide. Spain was the one to circumnavigate the world, so they did a really big job that affected the world today. If they didn't do it, someone else would have done it, but it really helped us get an idea of the map and the world. For them, success meant that they conquered a land and they got the land. And a failure means that they lost the war and they lost the land. So, for them to win, they need to have more land.